Hello, my name is Dorian Roberts and I'm your EduPath consultant for today. We are going to be discovering the application called Edmodo, and we're going to play around with a couple of basics on how to flip your classroom with the support of Edmodo. We're going to have fun. It's nice, it's easy, simple, and most importantly, free. So why use Edmodo and why classroom teachers should use it? Here are a couple of my points. Students do not need an email address, which if you're in a setting that does not go with Google Classrooms, this is absolutely perfect for your class. It can make feedback easy and more accessible. There is an app and is user-friendly for both Apple and Android users. And Edmodo is a great tool to flip your classroom or to at the very least, make it paperless. Most importantly, it is free. So, what we have scheduled today on our agenda, you will be able to set up your students, create assignments, create a quiz, create a poll, and also do a snapshot activity that I like to use for formative assessments. So let's begin. Why don't you go ahead in your web browser and click on www.edmodo.com. When you get to the page, you'll see what is on my screen share. Now, yours is simple. 1, 2, 3. Click on I am a teacher. Go ahead and put in your email address, your password, and sign up for free. Now, the first thing you're going to be able to do is create a class. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Just above my head up here, you will see create a group. Go ahead and click on that. And then put your name, the grade. You might have a grade range. I know for me, for a quick minute, I had a 5-6 split. But if you have self-contained, like I currently do, you can go ahead and click on the grade. You can click on the subject area and change the color and hit create. After you finish with that, like I have posted, I have my own 5th grade class. Now, here's the easy breezy part. You go ahead right up here and you write down this group code. With this group code, this enables your students to join your feed so they can be a part of any classroom assignments that you give to them. So at this point, you would have your students go back to edmodo.com, hit on I'm a student, put their first, last name, and remember that previous group code? They will put that right here. You can come up with a username for them and a password. As you can see right there, the email is optional and really not necessary. After all is said and done, you look right underneath whatever your class list is and you hit members. I have 33 students in this one class. So that is how you log your students on, and that is how you log yourself on. Right now, we're going to jump and go to assignments. You're going to click on the assignment tab. You're going to have whatever your title of your assignment is. Why don't I do mine on the 13 colonies? You're going to create a due date for your assignment. We'll say tomorrow. Now, you can opt to add this to your grade book. That's right. Edmodo also has a grade book where you can go by anywhere and basically grade your student's assignment, because you can pull the app up on your phone, on your tablet, wherever. And then you're going to give a brief summary or brief detailed or description of the assignment. Now, right here in this box, you're going to click what group or class you want to assign this assignment to. And what's wonderful about this is you're also able to click right here and schedule when you want to send that post out or if you want to just send it right now. And as you can see, I have on here 13 colonies. Next say, oops, I don't want my kids to do that. I changed my mind. I can go right here and I can hit delete post, which also deletes the assignment. Boom, mistake over and done with. Okay, so let's go ahead and proceed with creating our quiz. I created 13 colonies just in case you don't have a one-to-one device for every student. And maybe you have iPads, tablets, or PCs on rotation. Go ahead and put a time limit. I put the time limit 10 minutes. Now, the wonderful thing about Edmodo is when I create a quiz, I can do multiple choice, true or false, short answer, fill in the blank, or matching. So why don't I go ahead and start with my first question? How many colonies were there? There we go. Let me add one more response. Now, if you notice that is correct, I can do that with a multiple choice, okay? And then I go on to my next question. Hit add a question or load. And I could do this. Every one could be different. One could be true and false. One could be a short answer or fill in the blank. One could be matching. When you're finished, you hit done. Now, the wonderful thing after you hit done or before you hit done, you can actually preview it. And for those who may have been absent when they had when they could have had the opportunity to work on the computer or the iPad or the tablets, you can print out the quiz for them and they can just take it by hand. So we finished with the quiz. Nice handy tool you can use in your classroom. What I like to do sometimes is I like to do not only an exit ticket, but sometimes I like to do something for myself to see if I really engage my students' learning. So I like to do a poll question. And one of my poll questions could be, did you enjoy using Edmodo today? Something quick. Yes. No. Add answer. Or maybe you go ahead and hit send. And from there, my students are able to vote and I can get instant feedback. Maybe I should continue to use this app or no, the kids are not really getting it. Something interesting, I love it and use it all the time. Last part of the agenda. All right, you still with me? Let's do it. So let's go to snapshot. Remember I told you guys that snapshot was something that I use in my classroom a little bit as a formative assessment. Well, snapshot is pretty good. It addresses the reading and the math of the Common Core. So let's see what we can get into. I'm on 5th grade and I'm going to go to ELA. So if you look at my screen, one of the ELA reading Common Core standards is quote accurately from the text when explaining what the text says explicitly and when drawing inferences from the text. Let's go ahead and click on that one. Now, After I hit send, and you can do the same thing like you do for assignments, due date, it is only going to ask you a couple of questions regarding that particular Common Core standard. The students will answer the questions, 2 or 3, and because of their response, whether they get it right, whether they get it wrong, they will either be on level, it'll be proficient, advanced proficient, partially proficient, or not proficient. And it kind of tells you, it kind of gives you the opportunity to assess your students and see where you have to go with them as far as that particular Common Core standard. So there we have it, you guys. I think we finished everything on our agenda. I taught you how to set up your students, create your own assignments, create a quiz, create a poll, and use the snapshot for formative assessment. I want to thank you very much for joining me today. And if you have any problems whatsoever, feel free to pause, rewind. We are exclusively yours. Tune in next time when I will be going over Edmodo, the files, the links, the library. Oh my. Can't wait to see you next time. Happy learning to you. Thanks for tuning in.